This is Viewpoint, a podcast by Cochran Real Estate.
Hello and welcome to Viewpoint by Cochran Real Estate. I'm Corey Duchateau and I'm here with Harriet Murray, the owner and the broker and real estate agent of Cochran Real Estate. Hi Harriet, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Today we have a very special episode because we are back with another market update. So we did a market update back in May on May 15th, which was actually exactly 2 months ago today. So today is July 15th, 2025, and this market update will be as of today, July 15th, because we do have new data every single day in this market. So, Harriet, I would love to hear, how is the market doing in Puerto Vallarta? What has changed since the last update, or what would you like to share with your audience about how the market's doing?
Well, I'd like to say that we are fortunate to have an MLS system based on the protocols that are used in the United States and Canada, with a vendor that will provide data updates and manage them for us when we enter the data. Most of the Mexico and the South America and Europe do not have MLS systems. Excuse me. They have marketing systems, but they don't do what we call the data, back-end data, so you can know how long a property was on the market before it sold, what it sold for, what price, and that becomes, when you put all of those things together, very important data. In fact, it is our best data that for our reason to be in real estate is we need to make sure it is always vetted and correctly handled.
Yes, indeed, that's very important.
But people come and say if the market's bad, how do you judge it? These are just some standards that we can vet each time or look at and come to our own conclusions. But I myself started even pulling a daily market analysis. We have different tools, but this one's the year comparing 1 year to the last year.
Mm-hmm, the year-over-year comparison.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So those are they give you a picture, and then I've got here the other one is just the supply and demand.
Okay, well, which one would you like to start with?
Well, I'll start with the bigger one, which I'm breaking it down into all the areas, and that's the year comparison.
Okay.
Because when someone's saying, "Oh, we're in terrible trouble, we're not doing anything," I wanted to know where were we. So actually, we are 35% more sales volume and in dollars volume than we were last year in condos, houses, and land. I didn't use any other parameter. So
okay,
you can say we are up. We're up 35% from any of the numbers last year.
Well, that's amazing. So that's year-over-year comparison from July 15th, 2024 to July 15th, 2025, right?
What they do is they take it January to July.
Oh, okay.
On the 2 years.
So January 1st through July 15th, 2024.
So you have more content that you can get instead of just monthly.
Oh, okay. So versus January 1st to July 15th, 2025.
Right.
Got you. Okay.
And then when you want to break it down, but it's no question that condos are a major, that's the engine running the train and has been. And that accounts for, so we saw 64% of pre-construction is new property. And then what we do when we blend it here with condos, we don't have a system we have created to show pre-construction against resale. We just have the gross numbers.
Okay.
So the condos are always the leader in the growth in the biggest amount of money. They're contributing this year $350,110,000 to the bottom line of the total. So they're always a majority. And it was just interesting to see the South Shore continues at this point this year as last year to be the leader in number of sales and price of average price. But PTL is doing something there, and they're creating housing, and I can see by the number it's affordable housing, and it's so impressively 132% more product and activity than last year.
Oh, that's great. So that's an up and coming area where people
Right.
can look for new and affordable
And see,
places.
exactly. And then we have good activity and in Nueva Vallarta, but the way we divide it is Nueva Vallarta East and West, and this year West is a little bit soft, so that comparison would maybe be important to people that are considering the Nueva Vallarta area. We have a lot of activity on either side of Francisco Villa. So we call it East and West. Those are where a lot of the homes and condominiums are, because now it's around Fluvial, and there's a lot of growth up that highway. So we're not in trouble, if I guess you could say it.
So the numbers are showing.
The big numbers are positive, and then you have some pockets that are, say, minus 13, and when someone's up 72%. You're putting that this one is on a 7-month framework, but then you can go to supply and demand, and that's just for the month.
Okay.
But the reason for that is people say, well, there's no demand. We don't know what's going on, absolutely, but these are guides for us.
Okay.
So, the classic thing is if you have too much supply, demand is lower just by mathematics. Mm-hmm. And if you have a little supply, that can drive up your prices.
Yes.
Because more people want something, and there's less available. So I just used 2, and that would be just for this month. Condos, we started the month with, again, we have a large amount, 2,897 units, but we sold 200 just this month.
Oh, that's impressive.
So, we would love to see it higher, but that's not going in the negative.
No.
And the average sales price is interestingly, it's in the $400,000 range. And then when you do a month for a house, which is the one I want to look at next, a house, the average price right now is $583,000. So it's about $150,000 more than some of the condos. Mm-hmm. That's always sort of interesting to look to see the difference between what the average price for a condo is versus the average price of a house. Because if you want a home, then maybe I can go get a townhouse for that amount, and hopefully they'll be building them because there seems to be a demand.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how people are deciding if they're going to buy a condo or a house or what they're going to.
It helps them look at it because for this month we've sold 50 houses.
Okay, is that a good number, normal or high or low? I don't know.
Well, we only start out with 1,026 units. So if we sold 50. That's about 9%.
Okay.
And that's how you judge it. So is there high demand? We'd be very hard put to do that because we have such a large amount of condos, but we have lesser amount of houses. So
So how's the supply and demand situation here right now? Do we have in general more supply or more demand?
We have more supply, but we have way more supply of condos. So that would lead people to think and you could probably say that makes it a buyer's market.
Okay, so good opportunities for buyers right now.
If they find the thing they like, because these are larger amounts and not specific neighborhoods. But when people want that, we have the tools to give them that. We can look at even the Colonia, how it's doing.
Okay, okay.
So it's important that we learn and use these tools and help them with their clients.
Excellent. Well, okay, Harriet, thank you very much for this market update today. Would you like to say anything else before we wrap up?
No, no, but I enjoy. I think it's very. We're very lucky to have different tools to be able to evaluate this market because it's huge. It's even Guadalajara, it has ability to put data in our database and offer selling homes. So we cover a large area, and people want to know. That within a range, we know what is something worth, and the only way we can do it is use these tools.
Okay, well, thank you very much for sharing that with our audience today. And to the audience, thank you very much for tuning in to Viewpoint with Cochran Real Estate. Please follow us on YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel, and follow us on social media. And we will be back next time with another episode, so you won't want to miss it.
Thank you.
This was Viewpoint, a podcast from Cochran Real Estate.